Good day and radiant Wednesday, everyone. I am Letitia Lovely, and I am so excited to be here on a Wednesday. I want to give a huge shout out to my day ones and want to thank you for your patience and for your support as I continue to navigate these YouTube streets. As those of you who are my day ones know, I am juggling a variety of purpose driven responsibilities, including being an award winning, nationally best selling author, a full time caregiver for my parents, and the host and producer of Lovely Life TV, all of which hold importance in different ways. Lovely Life TV as a place for those of us who are continuing to awaken, to elevate, and to ascend. So, with all of that going on, I'm still navigating these YouTube streets, which block I'm on, which avenue I need to drive down, what day I need to park where. Get it? And so it's been an interesting journey, and it continues to be an interesting journey. I can say that my consistent day is Sunday at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that is of this moment. Okay, because on this past Sunday, I wasn't able to get it up. My pause, I was not able to get my recording up until 6:30 because of matters beyond my control. However, I am setting the intention to have a consistent upload at 3:30 p.m. on Sundays Eastern Standard Time. And ideally, I would love to have 2 days a week, either on Monday or Wednesday. Right now, Wednesday feels the easiest, although I would love to drop on Monday too. So I just appreciate love all of you for being here. And if you're new here, I am so grateful for you that you have, through all of the thousands and thousands of channels that you have come across mine, clicked onto the link, and that for just a few moments, you and I can be in sync. We are together. We have attracted each other because we, at some level of our being, are on the same path, are in the same energy, frequency, and or vibration. Today, I am excited to present an excerpt from this past Sunday's Radiant Rising Sunday Style, which is a free, private, sacred space where like minds come together to speak about all that is happening as the paradigm shifts, as our DNA gets reactivated, as the Akashic records are downloaded, and we continue to elevate and ascend. I would love to have you be a part of that family, and to do so, simply send an email to LovelyLifeTV@gmail.com, and I will send you the link. I don't provide the link below in the descriptions because we want to keep the integrity of who's showing up. It is a very sacred space where I can be me, you can be you, and it is okay to speak our truth. So join us and be a part of what you're going to experience after this intro. Let's go.
what is happening is that, okay, so Mama Universe, the Divine Mother, is in control and is shaking things up. The originators to this planet, we are elevating, we're shaking things up, we are aligning. The sun is doing what the sun is supposed to do. We'll go into detail about that later. However, what the clone will then do, the clone will then mimic the originator as if to take the power and say, oh, no, we're doing that. We're heating up the planet. We're causing all of the weather phenomenon. That wasn't a meteor that came down. That was a missile. Oh, that was a drone. So there is a lot happening in the cosmos, and that is why I started this out by saying it's going to be more important than ever to have your first eye open. Don't blink. Because if you blink, you're going to get caught up in the story and not the truth. So Mother Nature is doing several things right now. And I'm attributing 90% of it to Mother Nature. I feel that Mother Nature is cleansing. Mother Nature is purging. Mother Nature is ridding the earth of energies and entities that no longer belong here. Mother Nature is weeping for her daughter, Earth. And Mother Nature is raining down codes for us to pick up. I say do the dramatics and go outside in the rain. It may sound crazy and it may sound... Yes, I did break out a song, but that's what I recommend. I recommend that you go outside in the rain. Because once rain start falling, let me stop. But because there's healing. I told you I'm on Mama Cheryl energy today. I'm fired up. There is energy in that sun. So the as below is mimicking the power. There is no power in the clone. They try to make up a sun because they can't mess with the sun. They try to make up a weather phenomenon because they truly can't control the weather phenomenon. But what they can do is create confusion so that we don't know where we're at, so that we don't know what we're dealing with, so that we don't know that it's really our time of ascension, at a time when the matrix would have it appear that we are descending into chaos. We're descending into war. We're descending into hunger. We're descending into, blah, 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 blah. It's actually our ascending that is happening. And when we focus on our ascension, I'm going to break it all down. We got hands going, baby. This is one of them. When we focus on our ascension, and that's what we've been doing without a meeting. So we've got the solar radiation and the solar wind, which continuously, oh my gosh, and if you guys haven't watched Kala Amun Ra, please go to his channel and go to some of his go to the ones where you can see the weather devices on the screen. Those are most likely the ones that are talking directly about this sun. He has been talking about the sun and genetics and the sun blood children for years, for all of the years that I've listened to him, and it's been at least 5 years. The sun continuously emits electromagnetic radiation, visible light, UV, and X-rays. That UV is very important, and a stream of charged particles known as the solar wind. We've got coronal mass ejections happening, huge bubbles of magnetized plasma that is blasted from the corona, and the the energy of that then hits the earth. It often, but not always, accompanies a strong solar flare. And we are at solar maximum. Solar maximum happens about every 25 years. Professor, if you want to come in, chime in and drop it a little differently, feel free. But at solar maximum, the CMEs can occur 2 or 3 times a day. They're definitely occurring more than that now. That's where it's good to go onto the weather channels, where they're actually showing you the weather devices that are set up by NASA or government or wherever they're getting the information, and you see the spikes, you see the X flares. They are intense bursts of light and high energy radiation. The radiation that is hitting right now is high energy radiation, and it is hitting the earth. In the past, there was a natural dome over the earth. And I'm not talking about a man-made dome. I'm not talking about the dome over the firmament that it was set up by by Enlil. I'm not talking about that. Whoever set that up, and we're in the prison planet. I'm not talking about that one. I'm talking about the natural one that was a protective layer over us that is being eroded by the sun. And so that high energy radiation that is produced when the sun's magnetic field lines near sunspots snap and reconnect, called magnetic reconnection, that is when we get the flare. And they emit radiation across the spectrum by strength, C, M, and X class flares. We have been bombarded with X class flares. Okay, so just moving along really quickly, but we are protected by our melanin. That's the difference, because what we hear is that, and it's true. That's why they're telling people, wear your sunscreen, wear your sunblock. What makes me upset is when I see Black folk telling other Black folk to put on your sunscreen and block out all of this healing, block out all of this knowledge that's coming in, block out what's upgrading your DNA, block out what is putting your Akashic record online, block out what is healing you from the inside. That's what they're preaching. Oh, it's only because of what man is doing. No, it's also because of what the universe is doing. And they don't want us to be able to know the difference, so that when something comes in that is a powerful spiritual awakening, they can take it and make it look like it's something that they did and they were the ones who had the power. As melanin, we absorb the UV and the ionizing radiation, and we are the only entity that can then convert it into usable energy, which is why you're like, oh my gosh, I'm loving this sun, I've got energy. That's right, you are converting that radiation. We neutralize the free radicals and reactive oxygen produced by the radiation. With melanin, the DNA, quote, damage is reduced in nearby cells by dissipating energy as harmless heat. It's harmless when it touches us. Darker skin provides greater protection from UVB and UVA exposure, which is why it's correlated with lower skin cancer risk in high sun environments. Melanin protects against more intense forms of radiation. The evidence is limited. Y'all know who I got this from. I didn't get this from a melanated website. The evidence shows that melanin-rich tissues have a better resilience to ionizing damage due to our antioxidant properties and our metal chelation. Melanin binds metals like iron, reducing the harmful Fenton reactions, etc., etc. Converts gamma radiation into usable metabolic energy. The gamma radiation that is used as a fear tactic in the Matrix, like, oh my gosh, that gamma radiation, it, through our melanin, is converted into usable metabolic energy. We, and when I say we, I mean everything, the earth and everything in it, the universe is in a time of ascension. We are at the end of an age and the beginning of another age. We are spiraling into our next paradigm.